What's up, gangsters? Welcome back to the Movie Mafias. Well, first of all, if you are a subscriber, then thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, go hit the subscribe button now, because we are just a few subscribers away from hitting the first baby step of 100 subscribers for our YouTube channel. So go on, I'll wait. Done? Okay. Now, yesterday, the trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings just dropped, and with that, Marvel just hit another milestone like they've been doing for quite some time now. Yes, you guessed it right, Shang-Chi is the first Asian superhero to have his own film as the titular character. Congratulations to Simu for playing this incredible yet mostly unheard of character, and the reason I'm saying the character is lesser known is because it is. He is not exactly a man on a star-spangled suit or gold titanium armor that we usually get when we are reading a Marvel comics or watching a Marvel film. But don't worry guys, all your doubts are gonna be cleared, all your questions are gonna be answered, as IAP, that's my name, have done a research on all the characters that have appeared in the trailer, and I'm gonna break down everything you need to know about the character Shang-Chi, the antagonist of the film, the Mandarin, and all the side characters, and most importantly, how they are going to be incorporated in the MCU.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
So without further ado, let's begin. Now, the character Shang-Chi, which was first brought to life in comics pages by Steve Englehart and Jim Starlin, was actually an attempt by Marvel to catch up with the pop culture martial arts that was becoming highly popular in the 70s and the 80s. So what Marvel did was to buy the rights of a separate novel character, Fu Manchu. Then they did a spin-off story about the character Shang-Chi, who was revealed to be the hitherto unknown son of Fu Manchu. But the MCU's version of Shang-Chi is not Fu Manchu's son, but is the son of the Mandarin. Real juicy stuff there, right? More on that part later. So Shang-Chi is a Chinese-American guy who is incredibly skilled in martial arts because he was trained by his father, and I'm quoting Wikipedia here, since infancy. I'm sorry, Karate Kid who? Now, he is extremely skilled in Kung Fu and using hand weapons like swords, knives and nunchucks, to the point that at some time in the comics, he was gifted a repulsor-powered nunchuck by, guess who? Tony Stark himself. So he may not have superpowers, but he's so fucking good that he literally becomes a trainer for Spider-Man in the comics. He also has a great understanding and mastery over the Chi. It is a kind of energy that is released by all living organisms. Sounds familiar?
Feel the force around you. Here, between you, me.
Yeah. Star Wars calls it the Force, Marvel calls it Chi. Same shit, different names. Moving on. Due to his mastery of Chi, Shang-Chi is able to possess near superhuman qualities, and he is actually one of the very few non-superhumans to have defeated superhumans in combat. Don't believe me? Believe Ares, the god of war.
I will destroy you!
No, not that Ares, the Marvel one. Yeah. So Ares, the god of war, has said on a particular occasion that Shang-Chi is one of the very few mortals that can hold his own against a god without using magic. Now, before we indulge into more of Shang-Chi's biography, let us talk about another huge character which will be in this film. Yes, that's the Mandarin, a character that has been teased since the beginning of the MCU. In the first Iron Man... Anyway, the Mandarin is the leader of the terrorist organization called Ten Rings, which had attacked and captured Tony Stark in the first Iron Man movie. Then, in Iron Man 3, it was fake teased where he was played by Ben Kingsley, but later on it was revealed that he was actually a pawn acting on behalf of Aldrich Killian. this had led to severe fan backlash, which even Sir Ben Kingsley's acting couldn't save.
A big boat? I can take you there.
Tony, I swear to God, I'm gonna blow his face off.
Oh, and this...
Anyway, the Mandarin is a Chinese-born scientist and a skilled martial artist. His powers comes from the 10 rings that he wears, one on each finger. And if I'm correct, there is one ring that gives him the power to transform any object into whatever he wishes, and there is another that produces fire, and so many more. But I don't think Marvel's gonna dive super deep into those details. As we can clearly see from the trailer, the Mandarin is wearing those rings on his wrists like bracelets and not on his fingers. And all the rings look the same, unlike in the comics. But apart from the 10 rings, which are actually alien technology, the Mandarin is also a master tactician, and thus he becomes an arch rival of Iron Man in the comics. But if you are a fan of the MCU, you probably know, spoiler alert, Iron Man is dead. So it's like Joker without the Batman. So what Marvel did was to change the character of Mandarin to make it fit in the MCU more efficiently. And we're gonna see how. As I said earlier, in the comics, Shang-Chi's father's name was Fu Manchu, a fictional character whose rights were bought by Marvel way back in 1972. But in 1983, Marvel once again lost the right to that character. So what they did was try to retcon the name of Fu Manchu, that is, erase the name of the character from their storyline, by publishing another story according to which Shang-Chi's father's real name was Zhang. Furthermore, the character itself suffers from several racial stereotypes that were prevalent in the world in the 70s. So combining all these factors, bringing this character back to life on the big screen in today's world will be overstepping the line way too much. So Marvel was like, you know what? Screw that! The Mandarin will be the father of Shang-Chi. Now, as we can see from the trailer, the Mandarin has been sending assassins to his son Shang-Chi over the years as a kind of training, so that he can become the master of Kung Fu and can take his place as the leader of the 10 rings? MCU really focuses on the daddy issues, don't they?
But because you did, and you lie.
Of course I have issues! That's my freaking father!
Bags.
Anyway, I'm guessing that this plan is not gonna sit well with Shang-Chi, and that he is gonna eventually stand up to his father. Similarly, in the comic, the master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi, is initially used by his father for his evil plans of world dominion. But eventually, Shang-Chi finds out about his father's evil plans and usurps him from his criminal empire. So I think Marvel is gonna tie in that part of the story by replacing Fu Manchu, or Zhang as you wanna call him, with the Mandarin. And quite honestly, having the Mandarin in the film makes a lot more sense than having Fu Manchu in the film, since the existence of the Mandarin has been teased in the MCU for a very long time. Now, Zhang is supposed to be an ancient being who has achieved immortality. And what it looks like from the trailer, the Mandarin is wearing pretty old-ass clothes. And from the comics, the Mandarin is supposed to be a master of Qi too. So using that as a reason for his overextended life is gonna be pretty neat. Now, apart from the two main characters in the film, we see several other secondary characters in the trailer as well. Like the actress Alina Zhang is playing Shang's sister Xia Ling. Now Xia Ling could be a replacement character for Shang's original sister in the comics, Fa Lo Sui. And Awkwafina is playing a character called Katie, who is supposed to be a friend and ally for Shang-Chi. But as of now, we don't know anything about her character yet. And speaking of the other bad guys that appear in the trailer, apart from the Mandarin, is this guy. He's called Razor Fist. I mean, look at him. He has blades for his hands. Fucking blades for his hands. So if that does not sell you the movie, I don't know what will. However, out of all the characters that appeared in the trailer, this character intrigued me the most. He is called Death Dealer. He is one of the mysterious assassins and also a member of the 10 Rings. And he is one of the closest allies of the Mandarin. And most importantly, he looks badass. So I'm imagining him and Shang-Chi are gonna have some dope-ass fight scenes in the film, and I'm looking forward to that. So guys, this is my basic assumption of the plot of the film that I could grasp from the trailer. That Shang-Chi was trained by his father since childhood, and for some reason he fled away to America and laid low there for 10 years, working in the hotels or restaurants. But now he must find allies and meet his father face to face and become the hero that he never wanted to be. A hero, yes, that's the part where people want to know your name and have your autographs.
Who are you?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Dude, she just asked your name, so just stop playing guessing games and answer the damn question. So that is it guys, the complete breakdown of all the important characters that we're gonna see in this Phase 4 film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, see you in the next one.